Did you know that more than 50% of Americans cannot afford a $1,000 emergency? In this video, I'll be sharing with you 3 simple things that you need to know about emergency funds. What an emergency fund is, when to start an emergency fund, and how much do you need in your emergency fund. Let's get straight into it. Hi, my name is Mariah and I am the owner of Amiri Jewelry, and on this YouTube channel I share everything money and business. If you are watching this video, I know you have heard a little bit about emergency fund, but right now as we are in a recession, it is super important that you get on top of your finances, and the start to that journey is an emergency fund. It shows that you can save money and be able to live comfortably, and this will also be a start to your financial freedom. This is going to be a short and simple 3 steps that you need to know. First thing first, what is an emergency fund? Cash reserved specifically for unplanned expenses and financial emergencies. Now that you know what an emergency fund is, I will be sharing with you a little bit myself. For me, emergency fund is a big part of my life. It also was my beginning journey into financial freedom. I wanted to make sure I had all my ducks in a row. When I have this discussion with a lot of people, and I know a lot of people struggle with saving money, emergency fund is something that every American needs. Everyone should have one. How much should be in your emergency fund? It all comes down to you. But on average, you can either do an emergency fund that's 6 months, a year. I have seen people who have specific goals like leaving their job and they'll do a few years. It's all up to you. But we're gonna use an example of 6 months on. We're gonna have to break down everything and get your finance together to see how much you actually need, okay? For this example, let's say your paycheck is $1,000 every 2 weeks. For a month, you bring home $2,000 net pay. Net pay is going to be your check after taxes and fees are taken out. What you're gonna wanna do is calculate out all your monthly expenses. Now for the varied expenses, say your light bill, you're gonna wanna take how much your highest light bill is and times that by 6. That's a safeguard. You don't want to shortcut that and only put 6 months of your lowest light bill, because in the winter times like here, my light bill can get up to $200 a month. In my emergency savings, I had 200 times 6 plus all my other expenses. Okay, now we're gonna move on to your knickknacks. What I call knickknacks is your late night dinner dates. In that $1,000 check, you're gonna start out by taking 10% out, which is $100. A month's time, that's $200. You're gonna add expenses, varied expenses, and your knickknacks. That will be your combined amount. Let's say your monthly expenses is $500 and then your knickknack amount is $200. That's going to be $700, and you're going to times that by 6, which will get you to $4,200. That $4,200 is exactly how much you're going to need in your emergency fund for 6 months. And that is exactly how you're going to calculate your emergency fund. Moving on to the last step. How are you going to save this money? If you are like majority of people, once you get your paycheck, you pay your bills, you spend the rest. That's living paycheck to paycheck. I want to help you get out of that mindset of living paycheck to paycheck. What I'm going to need you to do, and like I said, it might be tough in the beginning, you're going to take out 10% of each check until you get your full emergency fund. It might take some of you a short period of time. It might take some of you a long period of time. It kind of depends on your lifestyle, how much money you make, how much money you spend. You want to take into consideration all of those factors. We're going to start off with 10%. You can miss out on a couple of those fast food outings and those extra clothes you don't need. You're going to put up 10% of your paycheck. Now, with our example, you need $4,200 for your emergency savings fund. If you take 10% out of each check, it's going to take 1 year and 9 months to have your complete emergency savings full. I'm telling you, once you start saving the money and seeing it grow, you might increase it to taking 20% out, 30% out until you get to your max amount that you're needing. This is going to be a tip that I personally use. What you're going to want to do is open up a savings account with your local bank or a bank that you use. I prefer using a local bank or your regular bank because let's say you're needing the money instantly, you can have access to your savings account through the same bank account that you use for your checkings account. And I also recommend not keeping the cash at home because I have seen this before. People start off on the good foot, then they start accumulating the cash, and if you're like a lot of people, gonna spend it because it's there, and then you spend until it's completely gone. To avoid doing that, you want to make sure that you have a savings account. You will have easy access to your money when emergency does come up. This will conclude the video. I hope this helps you on the path to financial freedom. If you like this content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.